Today, I show you why this is empty. Well, it's right there, but we got some big things coming. Well, today's the day. We're getting a Torino hauled off. I'm gonna have an engine put in it. I found a guy that would do it, and I just don't have the time. But I have one main problem. I have to get it out, and I've got to get the hood back on it. So, got to get the Oldsmobile moved, I've got to get the hood back on it, and I've got to get everything cleaned out. So, let's see if we can get the Oldsmobile started. Oh! Yay. Now, the guys that are doing the engine on the Torino, I talked to them about some stuff about fixing the existing, engine, and maybe or putting a new one in. And these are some old school guys. They let's go. It's cold and tired. Well, I guess we'll have to get the jumper cables out. A lot of times when it's cold outside, the battery just needs to have a little juice run through it to heat it back up, and once that happens, it goes pretty well. That's a fairly new battery. Less than a year if I remember right, so hook the jumper cables up to it, she'll take right off. Well, I got the Oldsmobile out, but it's angry and full of vengeance at the moment. So, this is what I have to do now. I've got to clear this entire car off so we can put the hood back on. Once I put the hood back on, I can pull it out of the garage. I'm going to call a flatbed. We're going to take it up to the shop. Well, I got the front half cleaned off. Now I've just got to clean off all the back stuff here. Basically everything that's piled up behind it. One of my goals this year with this is to not only get the car out, but I really need to clean the garage. I've been saying that for, well, about 10 years now. Longer than I've been on YouTube. So with this out, I may actually do it. So it's been a few minutes. I got the air compressor to work one more time, and then it threw the breaker. But got the hood on using a strap and a beam. I've got it hooked up to the pickup truck, and I'm gonna pull it out because I've got that tire's good, but I've got to take that tire and possibly that tire on the other side, take them off and take them up to the tire store because the valve stems are bad. And they won't hold air, so let's see what happens here. Oh, slow and easy. Yeah, there she comes out of the garage. That ought to be good. Oh. Put her back in park. Turn that off. This is the problem I'm having. The valve stems get cracked and you can kind of... Yep, they're leaking. Alright, so let me show you where we're at. I got the car out. Got the tires off. They're a little rusty, but they'll clean up. Had to take everything off on this side. But, yeah. It's all done up, so I'm happy about all that. So yeah, so now I've got to get these tires loaded up, get them over to Alex. So we've got the tires all loaded up, car's secure on jack stands over here. I'm gonna have to get gas, take these tires over to Hayesville and get them mounted. Yeah, I will be getting new tires. These are old tires, but truthfully, I've never had new tires that were as much of hot garbage as these Coopers were. these have been just junk since the day one, and I'll never own another pair of Cooper Cobras again. Just cheap Chinese made stuff. I just could not get them to balance. I could never get them to ride. I could just never get them to perform at all since day one, and not impressed. So I'll figure out a new tire to get. But yeah, I know the old set I had on my well, I had BFGs on Cutlass, and they were great. Swapped them out with those Coopers there. I bought 2 of them, and those were good. And then the second pair I bought were also hot garbage. So eventually those will be getting replaced here soon. But let's get these things up. I just need new valve stems, just because, well, the car's going to be sitting somewhere else, and we don't need any more trouble than we're going to have. So we're on our way to Alex. Got the dash cam going, and this project is moving along. Slowly at first, but once I get it over there to the shop, it's going to take off. I've already discussed them with a time frame with them, so we'll just have to see what happens there. But so I got the tires dropped off. Got to go pick him up in a couple of hours. He goes to lunch at noon, so, but they'll be ready at 2. So it's all good. Should be able to get him back, and hopefully by 3:30 the car should be on the flatbed. So hopefully it'll warm up. It's supposed to be 50 today, but as soon as the wind dies, it'll be a lot better. Now normally I just hook my tow bar up to it and just flat tow it to the repair shop. It's not the first time that car's been flat towed, and it probably won't be the last either. But the reason I'm doing that is while I'm getting the new valve stems, those tires have been sitting around for a couple, 3 years. And you know, while they would probably make it, I'm not going to risk having one of them completely shred out and drop the car, and then I have to get a tow truck anyways. So I'm just going to pay the money up front. I'm going to have it flat towed and or flatbedded to the repair shop, and just do it that way. It's a little more money, and it'll probably run me about $100-120 to do it. But I mean, what's $120 versus flat towing it and then actually wrecking the car or something else? You know, just safety first. And truthfully, I feel a whole lot better about flatbedding it. So while we're waiting on that, I got some brake clean. We're gonna clean up these calipers a little. I'm hoping I can bring them back. They're not bad, but they are a little rusty, but they should clean up. Yeah, they are. So while we're waiting for the tires, I'm actually gonna get the armor all out and clean up the inside of it. It wouldn't hurt to make the car look decent. So we got the back all cleaned up. It looks really nice back there. And we got the front cleaned up too. I would love to find me a new Torino emblem for right here. You can kind of still see where it says Torino, but it's all pretty wore out. But I was looking for a new lower dash piece here. I found one in a junkyard, but whoever took the steering column out with an axe. So yeah, but we got the rest of it all cleaned up. Car looks really good on the inside. I'm actually getting a little excited, so let me get this all buttoned up in here, and then hopefully when I get back to you, tires will be ready and we'll be on the way. So we're back. We got the tires here, so all new valve stems put in them, and these should be good. I'm all thrown on the car, and we can call a tow truck. And just like that, we have it out by the street. The truck will be here within an hour, so somebody's dog. So I'm gonna have to go get some cash and wait for him to show up. And there we have it. She's at the repair shop waiting for her engine. It's just time to go home now, and the guy wants me to bring up the block and the heads, the original heads, tomorrow. So I'll bring them up tomorrow, and this thing will be on its way. So with that, the first leg of this new adventure is over. And you know, this is going to be really expensive. I'm not even going to lie. I got a quote, and it was less than what I thought it would be, but it was still pretty high. And this is something that take me a long time to save this up, because there are other things that are more important in life than getting an old Torino back on the road. You know, like living indoors and running water. But with all that aside, you know, the car is on its way, and I'm actually really happy that I'm finally going to have a running car again. So, you know, truthfully, one of the main reasons I decided to have somebody else do it and just throw in the towel and have somebody else do it was just sheer time. In reality, it just, I don't have enough of it. You know, I'm an over-the-road truck driver, and just when I'm home, I trust me, when I get home, all these blocks of videos, I'll do 4 or 5 videos if I'm lucky, but 3 to 4 videos in, you know, 1 week, or one, you know, time home, and the rest of them are over the road. Well, it takes a lot, and this kind of thing takes a lot of time too, and I just don't have the time, tools, or, you know, so I just decided to call an audible and have somebody do it who does it. And truthfully, you know, in situations like this, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with throwing in the towel and being like, you know what, I have the money, I need it done. Because truthfully, there are a lot of other things right now at the house I need to be doing other than building cars. So that's kind of, you know, the start. So now we're off to the next adventure, and we'll have to see where we go from there. I know this has been a long time in the making, because I started doing these Torino videos a couple of years ago, and this car has been off the road for quite a while. You know, I've been paying the taxes and insurance on a car that doesn't run, and now it's time for me to make it run. So it's a little rough looking right now from sitting around, but here soon it'll be a good looking car. And tomorrow's supposed to be a really nice warm day, so hopefully we can find something fun to do tomorrow. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Y'all be safe out there, and we'll see you next video.